These days, everyone needs a webcam, so I'm going to check out this one. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. I just picked up this webcam. It's by AverMedia. They actually make a variety of webcams. They had a 4K webcam come out a while ago that I was kind of curious about. You know, one of the things that's funny about webcams is that I feel like they haven't been that good. For companies that focus on cameras exclusively, I would think that someone would make a really good webcam that would be maybe as good as something like a DSLR, but I digress. I picked this up because it was fairly inexpensive and it was in stock, and AverMedia has a pretty good reputation with cameras, and I have been using a Logitech C920 for a while, and I'll be honest, while the camera is fine, it's not that good. You know, I haven't been really impressed with the clarity of it and the colors and everything else, and so I thought, well, maybe since I've had it a few years, maybe the latest cameras are that much better. So I picked this up. Here it is in this really big packaging for the small camera, and feels kind of nice. It's really wedged into this foam. Cord in there too. It's gonna won't break anything, but there we go. Long cord, the weight on there, USB, regular USB. Kind of cool looking. It's kind of like this bar, and it kind of actually looks like a shotgun microphone. You have this kind of thin metal grate, little perforations in there around the sides, and I'm assuming that's for allowing the microphones to pick up sound. It's got these kind of nice machined end caps on it. It's kind of cool looking. We have this piece right here, which is plastic, and I think it just slides back and forth. And it is a lens cover, which is also pretty nice. I actually had to buy a separate lens cover for my Logitech because it didn't come with it, which I don't know why. I don't know why I had to pay $6 for a lens cover. But now you can just slide it like that. And it's kind of nice that it doesn't flip up or flip down, get in the way of stuff, you know, maybe block a light, or maybe if it flips down, blocks the screen. We have a little plastic on the lens there. And you can see that it's just a little pinhole camera right there. The cord comes out of the back. You can see that it has kind of your standard webcam mount here, which the inside of this little bracket are rubber because this is for sticking on top of the monitor, and then you can kind of lever that in so that it'll stay up there. You can put it on a laptop. You can kind of adjust it if need be. It has this little lip that will hold it on there. There is a little rubber underneath there, so you don't have to worry about anything marring. It seems to hold its position pretty well. There's pretty good resistance there. If you want to use it on a tripod, there's a 1/4-inch screw hole right there, and then this is rubber as well, so that should grip on there pretty nicely. I think that's pretty much everything. That box is just this. There's no other accessories, there's no manual. But now the real test is going to be to compare this to my C920 and just see what we think of the quality. Let's try it out. Okay, before we try the AverMedia camera out, I am recording this with my Logitech C920. I'm actually recording with the camera and the built-in microphone, so you can be able to compare those as well. I will say I've got it front lit, so I've got an LED light on my face here. So generally, the clarity and the color seems to be pretty good. I've never messed around with the settings. I've always just plugged in a camera and used it because I don't really even know what I'm doing on that kind of stuff. So let's plug in the AverMedia one and see how it compares. So I went ahead and plugged in the AverMedia streaming camera here, and I will say that just by kind of looking at the picture, and this is not a scientific read of it, but it looks a little redder, maybe a little more saturated on the colors, but the sharpness looks pretty good. I am recording it, you know, just by plugging it in. I'm not doing anything with settings. I'm just grabbing some video capture software and grabbing what it is putting out by default. I will also say there is a little blue light on the camera, so I know when the camera is on, and I am using the built-in microphones as well. So this is the audio quality you should expect, you know, sitting about 2 feet away from the camera. It's a little high. It's kind of looking down on me. Again, I have an LED light in front of me, so I'm kind of lighting up my face a little bit here. But for about $75, this is not an expensive webcam, and it's quite a bit cheaper than a lot of the Logitechs. And as far as I can tell right now, I'm pretty impressed with it. So for $75, you can get yourself a full HD 1080p dual microphone webcam that seems to work pretty well. But you can judge for yourself if this is something that you want. And again, while webcams are in short supply, as everyone's setting up home offices, doing a lot of things virtually and remotely, you know, I would jump on these as quickly as you can. I know that AverMedia has a good reputation in the camera market, and it's a brand that I have been familiar with and wanted to try out some of their stuff. So finally getting a chance to do that now. Hey, I will put a link to this camera in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out.